let me say for all the mothers that are here today, please give yourself another big round of applause. This is really special. And the reason why I want to do that is because I want to give you a statistic. And mothers, I want you to pay very close attention to what I'm about to say. Right now, I'm working on another degree in community leadership at Arkansas Baptist College. And one of the things that we study a lot is African Americans. We've got a number of programs, the OK program, which we're trying to get it here in Pine Bluff for African American males. But one of the things that we study a lot is African American males. There's a statistic that I want you to think about. I want you to think about this. 58% of African American males do not graduate from high school. Now, this is a rough estimate of 58%. That means that about 4 out of 10 of the young men that are possibly here today will graduate from high school. 6 out of 10 African American males do not graduate from high school. So look around today, and I want to say something to you parents that are here today. You can make a difference. You can make a difference at the roads that our young African American men are taking in life. Because you know that if you learn more, you earn more. And I also want to say, it's very important, African American males, learn more, you earn more, and you just found out the statistics, and this is a raw statistic, and it hurts my heart every time I say it, 58%, and I'm going to tell you something. I was shocked and amazed when I found this out. But I want to tell you something. It starts by making these young men at this age, pull up your pants. Well, we've done some research. We've done some research over at Arkansas Baptist on leadership. And a lot of people have a lot of reasons why our young men, their pants sag. And I'm so glad that we have mothers, grandmothers, aunts, uncles, we have women in here today. Because I want you to hear this. We've done research, we've done study. And I've heard people say all kind of reasons why young men, and not this age group, but you see them all the time, junior high and high school with their pants sagging. And people always come up with reasons why, and I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you, and I want you to think about it. When I tell you this, I really want you to think about it. You know why these young men fast? You know the biggest reason? Women. Yes? Young women think it's cool. When you women, we don't have many, but you as parents, aunts, grandparents, when you start letting these young men know that that ain't cool, they'll pull the doggone pants up. At that age, when you in high school, when you in college, you think whatever it takes to get close to a lady, whatever it takes to get too close to a girl, when you start telling these boys that I don't want to talk to you because your pants sagging, when your father won't let you bring him home because your pants sagging, they'll pull the doggone pants up. So I want you to know this, women, it starts with you. It starts with you telling your daughters, if you got some of them, tell them. You can't bring no man to my house if his pants is hanging behind his butt. You tell him that. That's where it starts. But I wanted to start off and let you all know this while we may get to talking a little bit and I may lose your attention, but I want you to know how important it is, especially for our African American men, to stay in school and to get a good job. One of the things that hurt me the most, and I've been a supervisor now at cumulative communication now for over 20 years. I thought I would never, ever have to do something like this. But 2 years ago, I had to fire a young man because his pants couldn't stay up. It wasn't a lot. I mean, it was only a $24,000 a year job. It wasn't a lot, but I mean, I thought it was a pretty good job. And I remember this. Let me tell you something. You don't know how much it hurt me to have to let him go. But see, we have rules in the workplace. And that's what you young men got to understand. There are rules. And one of the rules, if you do something to offend someone, they report it to the supervisor. You get written up. After the second time, we take action. After telling him, and the young man said, "Oh, my pants," I said, "Well, my pants are too big," and I said, "Well, you need to buy a belt. Whatever you need to do, you need to get your pants up." Someone came and complained about it. As a supervisor, you take action. After the second time around, I thought I would never have to do something like that. We had 3 strikes. And after the third time that he didn't wear a belt, somebody complains about it, we had to take action. Let me say this, guys. Ain't nobody gonna give you a job with your pants hanging off your butt. It just ain't gonna happen. Nobody wants to do that. And guess what? In the workplace, it's not acceptable. You cannot wear, and I'm gonna tell you, like I said, about $24,000, I joke about it, but that ain't a bad job 2 years ago. It ain't a bad job now. But I'm just telling you, that's how easy it is to lose that because of bad habits. But it starts right now, parents. And when I say that, I mean for your young men right now, get them started early. There's a reason why. And we got some what I call young adult parents. Young adult parents that think it's cool. I'm just telling you, there are some of them that think it's cool and they're allowing their children to do things like that. Don't let them be a bad influence on your child. You have rules in your house. And parents, you stand by your rules in your house. No matter what's cool in the streets, and I've heard them say this all the time, "Oh, well, everybody's doing it." Hey, I don't care what everybody else do, because you're responsible for your own. And if he's in your house, you need to take responsibility. If you allow them to do things that you know that ain't cool, that ain't right, then I'm just telling you, 19, 20, 21, they're going to be still living with mom. That's what they're going to be. So if you want them to stay with you until they get 25 and 30 years old, you just continue to let them walk around with the pants hanging off the butt because they ain't going to get no job doing that mess. And they'll be right at home with you. And maybe some of you all like for your kids to stay at home with you. I don't know. But maybe you do. But he never, and I always ask him, you know, why don't you sag? Why ain't your pants? Why don't you do that? And he just tells me that I want to be different. I want to be able to get a good job. That's what, this is a 25-year-old, but I think he kind of knows that there's certain rules that we had at the house. There were certain things and some things that he never even attempted to do. But he's got his college education now, and he's a cameraman for Channel 4. So a lot of the stuff that you see on TV on Channel 4 is his work. And he works very hard every day. But I'm so proud of him. And I know you out there, parents, especially mothers, aunts, grandmas, you want to be proud of your kids. And let me tell you, being proud of them starts right here. It starts right here. Because you can't wait till they get 14, 15, 16, 17 thinking you're going to correct them. Correcting starts right now. That's why I'm so proud to be here today. Because I don't like that 58% not graduating from high school. So a lot of you may have never heard that statistic before. You may never have thought that this would ever happen to you. But 7, 8 years from now, when your child is contemplating whether they're going to finish school or not, I want you to remember this day, because you can make a difference in your child's life. Starting right now and making them make a commitment. And I was so proud. And I want you to see, you know when we had the little kids come out and they did their little step, you know where that comes from, right? That comes from the college kids. In the same way that they watch the college kids do their steps, they watch how they dress. They watch how they do other things. Now parents, I'm gonna say this again. Parents, take over your homes, take over your house, and make sure your children are doing what you tell them to do, not what they see somebody else do, because they're your children, and you're gonna be responsible for them. I don't want to see you going down here to the prison crying at the window because they made a mistake in life, and you wasn't correcting them as they went on because you thought, oh, he just being a baby, he just being cute, that's so cute, that. Nah, no. Barney Fife, anybody watch Andy Griffith? Barney Fife it now, nip it in the bud, right now. I tell people all the time that it all starts somewhere, and it starts right here with our kids. If he's down here acting up at this age right now, he gonna act a fool when he get up here. So don't think that stuff is cute. This is about changing, parents. This is about changing that 58%. Now you can make a difference, but it's all up to you. You can run your house, or you can be cute and follow the fads. I don't believe in no fads because they come and go. The sagging gonna go one day, but we need to start making a difference in it right now, and we can do that. My mom always told me, an idle mind is the devil's workshop. And you know what I found out? It don't matter how old you get. You can be a grown person. If you ain't got some stuff to do, you bound to find something that ain't good. Idle mind's the devil's workshop. And I'm telling you, when you got them 17, 18, 19-year-olds, 15, 16s that drop out of school with nothing to do because they ain't got no job, idle mind's the devil's workshop. And that's what they're doing, getting into devilment around town. Don't let your child become a statistic. Make your children accountable this summer. Require them to get a book and read it. And when you come home from work, if you're not with them, if you pick up the daycare, you start asking them about what did they read today. Making them accountable. Let me tell you something. You can't get no job without being accountable. If it's no more than being to work on time and doing your job. Just that simple. If you tell them I need the trash empty today, I need you to clean up your room, you need to be coming in and inspecting that when you come home. That's called accountability. See, that's where they learn accountability. Not only that, that's going to help them when they come back to school. Even if they read a couple of chapters a day. Now, I don't know about you, but I monitor what goes on the computer also. There are a number of things they can do on the computer, as long as you monitor them. And monitor them TVs too. Let me say this, monitor the radio too. I can tell you some of that music we play on Power 92 make me cringe every time I hear it. Monitor your children's behavior and hold them accountable for what they do. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what parents do. And let me tell you, I'm talking to you all and it's like what they say, preaching to the choir, because every one of you parents here today, you're saying that your child means something to you because you're here. I talked to the principal and I want to say this. All the parents didn't show up. There's some kids that ain't in here today because their parents are here. Let me tell you something. Can you just imagine how a child feels today when you all show up with your children, but my mom and daddy didn't show? So I'm saying to you parents, you all gonna make a difference in that 58%. Because you care about your kids. You're here today to make a difference. Give yourself another big round of applause because you're here.